Yes, today we are back again to Auntie Mabel Esan kitchen. So today we are cooking a special soup in Esan land called Ihiénlo, and it's popularly known as Ewedu in Yoruba land, but it's really different. It's very different the way we the Esan cook our Ewedu or Ihiénlo, different from the way the Yorubas cook it. So keep watching. Hello everyone, my name is Mabel and I'm popularly known on this channel as Auntie Mabel. So today I'm cooking a special Esan soup called Ihiénlo. I would just let you guys know here that this Ihiénlo, or Ewedu as popularly known, I decided to cook it because I just got some fresh one in London, in the UK, which is not very common. So I decided, I was already cooking it. I just said, oh, I should show this to my people, my Esan people, because somebody have actually asked me, some of you know Antonio Taigbe. There was a time, some time ago, when he asked me to do the food series or soup series in Esan land. In Esan, that's the way we cook soup in Esan, all the different soup. I just was in the right state of mind to do it at that time. I didn't have the right space and the right ingredients to do it at the time. So now that I started getting the ingredients from time to time, so I'm going to do a series on this different soup and food we eat in Esan land. So today's one is one of those testers, or one of those ones that I'm coming back. It's my comeback to you gift. So I'm showing you guys how we cook Ihiénlo soup. So yeah, watch out and I hope you enjoy this video. Today I'm cooking what we call in Esan Ihiénlo soup, and it's what is popularly known in Yoruba as Ewedu. However, in Esan we call it Ihiénlo. And the way we cook our own Ihiénlo soup is different from the way the Yoruba people cook it. So watch out and you might be able to find a different way and have a new recipe that you can be using to cook soup that we use for what we normally would call in Nigeria swallows. So that means things like pounded yam, eba, or amala, or starch. So, but that starch is mostly common among the, or fufu or akpu. Starch is mostly common among the deltas, yeah, the Urhobos and that runs. So, however, in Esan, when I was growing up, our popular swallow was pounded yam and eba, and elubo as well. We call our amala, we call amala elubo in Esan. So we usually make our elubo from either yam flour, from yam or cassava or plantain. That's on unripe plantain. So yeah, but the most popular staple food was gari, which is eba made from gari and pounded yam. This is the next step of the cooking of the Ihiénlo soup. So because I don't want this native mortar, which we call uro, so yes, here it is, guys. Because I don't want it to ruin the worktop, so this is why I'm putting that pot or the pan protector, because I generally use that before I put when I take my pan and my pot off the hob of the cooker. So I put them on top of that to prevent it ruining my worktop. So yeah. So that's why I'm also putting that in there. So yeah, that's where we are. And this is uro. In Esan, we call this small special mortar uro. So, and this is the oburo. This is the child of the uro. That's just what it means. Oburo means the child of the uro. So this is what I'm going to be using to beat the Ihiénlo, or to pound the Ihiénlo. Hi. So this is the third stage. Actually, the stage that is missing is a stage that everyone is used to. I picked the Ihiénlo off the stems, as you will pick spinach or any other vegetable, ugu or any other vegetable of the stems. Then I put it in a pot and boil it briefly. You don't overcook it, so you don't cook out all the nutrients. So this is the next stage now. So this will enable you, this was before the era of blender. Obviously, you want to soften the vegetable, so you'll be able to use this uro, this small mortar, to mash it or to blend it into a rough paste. Use the the uro, which is the pesto, or the child of the uro, the child of the small mortar, to just mash the Ewedu or Ihiénlo, as we will call it in Esan. So I'm just mashing it now to a rough paste. I just want you guys to see quickly how I'm doing it, because as a girl child or even as a boy, this is the kind of task you start with when you are learning to cook. So you can see how I'm doing it so quickly. So it shows you something I've done as a child. So what happened is, it's usually once you start hearing this sound in an Esan woman's kitchen, you know that the soup is almost ready, because at this stage we've already parboiled the meat and everything else. So the soup is nearly ready, and this sound is usually followed by the sound of the pounding of the yam. So it's almost the same sound when you are pounding yam in the mortar. So yes, it's a very similar kind of sound. So this shows that you're nearly ready to cook. By the time you pour this, is the last thing you pour in the pot, because you don't really want to. Even before they knew the advent of now, don't overcook the vegetable. It's as if they also have their own system of doing this. So yeah, I hope the sound of this is really therapeutic for me. Might be noisy to some of you. It's really, I've not done this for many years. I don't even know how long I've done this. So I just decided to do this as a way of showing you guys how traditional Ihiénlo soup is made. So I know the Yorubas, the way they make their Ewedu is slightly different from this system. So it's really ready to be blessed. I'm really enjoying this. It's very therapeutic for me. The next stage of the cooking process, I'm using what is closest to this traditional pot. We call this one a gele. It's like an enamel pot. I'm not sure how you guys describe it. So usually we have a common saying that the darker this pot is, the better the outcome of the cooking. So it's a pot I don't really bleach with chemicals. I just use it for mostly my traditional soup. So but when I was growing up, we use a special clay pot for all this Esan soup. But obviously people now upgraded to this gele before this other pots that we now have today. We actually have a traditional spoon we call unwe, which is similar to this wooden spoon we now cook with today. So in this pot, sorry, I'm not a recipe or cooking usually vlogger, so I didn't show you guys it. Here I have two onions, two small or medium sized onions, one white and one red onion. I chopped and put it in a blender with 2 Scotch bonnet and some red bell pepper, the slim ones, because I tend to use that as a way of coloring, making my food look brighter, so I don't have to have too much palm oil. So this is the parboiled meat, the stock and everything is now cooking. I think I might need to add some more water. So I'm going to put the mackerel in there, add to the mist. This is how you can use any kind of meat. You can use just fish. You can make it as simple as possible. You can make it as rich as possible. Obviously, I haven't cooked this soup for a long time, for many years. So if I'm cooking it this time, I need to cook it the way my oga or my husband, we call it in Nigeria, my oga or my husband will like it. So there's no point changing this kind of soup. So yeah, this is where we are. That's all the stock and the parboiled meat all in the pot now. Right, I'm going to add some palm oil in a minute. Like I said, some of you know me, so know I like to cut down on palm oil and stuff like that, but I'm just going to eyeball it this time. I think the real reason I'm just adding the palm oil is just for the taste, because if you don't add the palm oil, it's not really going to do the Ihiénlo justice. So yeah, this is something you cook once in a while, so you're allowed to at least cook it as good as you like it. Yeah. So yeah, some people would put, the meat was already seasoned with was already boiled with seasoning, garlic and all this other stuff. So but you can still put salt and pepper to taste, salt or seasoning cube to taste as you like it. So this is where we are now, and it will be, the Ihiénlo will be ready to be added shortly as soon as it boils and bubbles up. Yeah. So right guys, this is the final stage. I've missed a few recording. I thought I was recording when I was pouring it in. I realized I didn't put my video on. This multitasking in the kitchen is my first time. It's a little bit daunting for me. I'm not, yeah, I don't really know how to, I haven't got mastered the art of moving the tripod and everything. So it's really ready to serve now, because the meat and everything else was already done and ready to eat before the Ihiénlo was added to the mix. So yes, this is the final product, and yeah. Usually some people will put a lot of palm oil and it will be floating on the top and it will make it look good for the face, but I don't think that is good for the stomach or good for your body. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to add too much palm oil, because I feel there are other meat and every other thing that's in there is already enough. Yeah, this is the uro in my sink. I just give it a quick wash after using. It's really important. This any wooden mortar like this, not to soak it. Don't keep it soaked or anything. Just go to give it a quick wash immediately and dry it. Yes, Wabulu. Again, I hope all of you have enjoyed this video so far, and you've enjoyed this cooking of Ihiénlo. And I just want to tell you that this Ihiénlo soup is usually one of those soup you just cook and eat in the family. It's not really the kind of soup that you use to entertain guests. So and it's seasonal, because Ihiénlo is also seasonal. And there's one thing, Ihiénlo sometimes also grow like okra, because it's slippery. So but you don't cook the leaf of okra. I'm not sure. We never used to cook the leaf of okra. I don't need to start cooking it now. So yeah, but the seed of Ihiénlo is slimmer, is thin than okra. But also you can also cook the seed of Ihiénlo. So on that note, I will now say Vabulu Iwoke Esan, Vabulu Iwoke Amale, Vabulu Iwoke Esan means Vabulu. That's Vabulu Iwoke Esan means thank you, the children of Esan. Then Vabulu Iwoke Amale means thank you, my people. So, and Vakimbwe, Vabulu Vakimbwe. See you all in my next video.